Ron, how does it feel to be a pussy-ass bitch?
And he wanted to spend the honor of his wife. Now I get the honor to get honor and offer for 30 days and 30 nights.
Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You broke
Back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
I told you, they thought he wasn't going to play with a sprained ankle.
He had 2 points. He didn't play.
Okay, tell me this.
Wait, you had 2 points and you gonna say he played? He had 2 more points than me.
Oh! Did you let me do that?
Did I just score on you?
Yes!
You are my bitch, LeBron James.
You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky garbage, kitschy comedy, and nerdy news. I'm Cole.
And I'm Taylor. We're coming at you on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Monday. And it's a couple days of recovery for me, Cole, because
You had a long weekend, didn't you?
it wasn't that long, but what night was it? Saturday night. We went to the casino.
All right.
I did terribly down
So
there.
you lost your ass. I think that's
Hey.
that's the colloquialism.
It is. But did I have fun? Yes. Did I go down with the budget? Yes.
Did you go over your budget? Yes.
Not as bad as I would have thought. Maybe like $20 over budget.
All right.
That was about it. So we get down there, and I got to say, Nightlife Music, they're the providers of the limousine. I've oftentimes had a little butting of heads with some of their practices, we'll call it. But Kurt is such a fucking stand-up motherfucking dude. The owner or part owner of Nightlife and our driver, fucking awesome dude, and just super accommodating. And he tells us as we get into the limousine, hey, and then there are some fucks that of course showed up late.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Those guys, you know what I mean? Like Kurt was ready to rock and roll.
Why is it anytime you rent I don't ever rent a limo, but like when I've done work parties where they've gotten us a party bus, they're like, hey, it leaves at 8 o'clock sharp. There's always some dipshit who can't fucking get there till like fucking 20 after.
And so the party host looks through her text messages and she says, I texted. This is what I texted. It's 7 o'clock, and you know they rushed over, and we got there. It was fine, but I had the worst time going down.
Oh, because you
had to piss so bad, and I even made a point not to drink a lot before getting on the bus, but maybe it was a lot. Now that I think about it in retrospect, I mean, I drink 2/3 of like a 24-ounce can of spiked tea or something.
All right.
So I wanted to pound something quick. I probably should have stuck to liquor at that point. But God damn it. Yeah, that fucking sucked having to piss so bad. And I know I was kind of a grump on the way down. I wasn't very talkative because what do you say to the guy? Like, I got to piss, pull over? Is that what you say?
Hey, dude, if you see a spot to pull over, I kind of got to... I got to go to the little girl's room.
I got to tinkle. And you know what my bladder's
I
like,
got to
Cole.
go potty.
Cole knows what my bladder's like.
I do not.
Yeah, don't you remember you were getting mad at me at the show, the Bert Kreischer show, because I kept having to get...
yeah, because you kept on having to get up. And
So, yeah, so...
I wasn't getting mad. I was just like, Jesus Christ, he's going to miss the whole fucking thing.
No, I did not. But we got... before we got there, before we left, Kurt says... By the way, because you guys are taking Nightlife limousines down, you get a $20 voucher for a slot play.
Okay.
And I said, that's mighty fine. Well, it's because it's my birthday month. I actually got $40 worth of slot play.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but didn't do shit with it. And it was really funny too because the two people that were late, it was sort of adorable. I mean, they had to be older than me, but they had never gambled before in their entire lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I showed the guy. I said, he said, "Can you show me how to load the points up?" And it's kind of a convoluted system for doing it. You have to put your player club's card in. You got to go through all of these steps just to get the stuff transferred to the slot machine. So I walked him through it, and I turned him into a degenerate gambler because the next thing I knew, he had blown through his entire 20, and then he was grabbing 100. I said, "Whoa, no. 100? Jeez." But I was kind of mad about roulette because they've got a digital roulette table now.
Yeah, I was seeing those. I've been seeing those here and there lately.
But it's not rapid roulette. It does not have a physical ball.
I know what you mean.
So I thought for sure you could use that money towards that, but you couldn't. So it's like whatever. We'll go play slots, I guess. And then the lady that he had gone with, or his wife, was sitting at the bar, and she, they have the slot machines at the bar, and she's about to put her own money in. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, I wanted to play." I said, "Have you used your card yet?" "No." I said, "You got to use the card. You got to use the free money." And she was doing pretty well. I mean, I walked away, and she, $20 is what she had, and next thing I know, she's up to like 70.
Cool.
I said, "Nice." And then she lost it all.
And by the end of the night, there was a very rich man offering $1 million for a night with that other guy's wife.
But our friend that whose birthday it was, she wanted to go down and play craps. That was what she wanted to do. It was her first time playing on a live table. She'd done bubble craps or digital craps or whatnot. First fucking throw. Whips it off the table.
Oh no!
Just threw the dice, missed the table completely, and I was laughing so hard. It was precious that I got to see that because none of the other party did. I'm like, God damn it, you guys, you missed it. It was the best.
It's funny though.
So yeah, went over a little budget, but didn't. I still had fun. That's all that matters. And then on the way back, I told Kurt, that son of a bitch. I said, "Listen, Kurt, I know I'm going to have to piss because I know me. Is there any spot that we can go to the bathroom on the way back?" And he said, "Yeah, of course. We can stop at this bar." He said Fort Rice. So, but it might have been somewhere else, Cole. We were all tuned up. I have no idea. And we pull in, and I'm the first one out because I got a whiz. And I get in there, and then everybody's outside getting distracted by this dog.
Okay.
And I see this guy at the bar owner or the bartender, or whatever you want to call him. And I'm like, God dang, this guy looks familiar. This guy sounds familiar. And who else, Cole? Your goddamn uncle.
Yeah.
So he said, and I quote, "Cole is all right."
Oh yeah.
That's what he said.
I'm not great. I'm not fun.
Nope, he said, "That Cole, he's all right." I said, "Yeah, but just knowing your family, that's got to be a huge compliment."
Yeah, it's good enough.
Good enough. So that was kind of cool to connect with your family on a random ass trip that I went on. But I don't know. Are you looking up the bar?
I'm looking up how far Solon to Fort Rice is because I think you were in Solon.
But is Solon on the road?
It's off the road a little bit. Not a lot, not far.
Because I think, I don't know. All right, after some research, Cole, we have discovered it was
Fort Rice. Yes.
So
what was that called? The Watering Hole?
The Watering Hole, yeah.
Looked like a nice bar.
Yeah, it was nice.
Food options looked hit and miss.
There's some
that looked really good, and there was some that
didn't look the greatest.
I wouldn't.
But yeah, it was a fun little small town dive bar. I always like going to those. You know?
For sure.
Always fun to check out the local scene. But on a Saturday night, I don't know what time we would have been. Well, maybe like 11. They're probably done with the locals.
You sent me that picture at 11:50 exactly. So you must have gotten there probably around 11:30ish.
Yeah, there was nobody in the bear.
Oh yeah,
just us and your uncle and his partner, whatever they are. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to meet a wise out in the wild. What did I say, Cole? It's like Pokemon.
They're like Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
I'm trying to catch all the wises. I think I've met everyone now except for
The one that I won't speak with.
sure. Oh, God dang it! And that was another thing I brought up to your uncle. We were talking about wrestling.
Okay.
I said I met your other brother, the one that was at the wrestling show. I said I met him. I can't remember his name. I said he was into wrestling. I said your old man was into wrestling too. He said no, not really.
He was.
Well, hold on. And then he's like, no, I think that was your dad is Dave.
Yeah.
He's like Dave and whoever else. They were big into the wrestling.
He was talking about actual wrestling.
Yes.
High school wrestling.
Yes. Olympic wrestling or collegiate wrestling. I'm like, no. I'm talking about WWF. He's like, oh, yeah, Dad loved that. He's talking about that. So it was just a cool connection that I was able to have.
Yeah,
with.
so I know you've met a few of them. You haven't met the one from Texas, and I'm not sure if you've met. And then there's the one that I just don't speak to. And then there's another one that I'm not sure. Oh, actually, you have. He lives down the street from your parents.
Yes.
So
there we go. I'm almost there.
mm-hmm.
And then last night, speaking of the recovery business, then last night we hosted a little show here in the basement. Had a band come out from Brooklyn, New York, and Phillipsburg, New Jersey, and they fucking crushed it, man. It was such a fucking cool time.
It's you, so I assume it was a punk show.
Yeah. Houston and the Dirty Rats are like three chord punk rock. I mean, but they're so fucking talented. And Houston, my boy, he probably stands about 5'2", just a short little motherfucker,
like a Mickey Mouse looking son of a gun.
Sure,
okay.
And just crushed it. I mean, his stage presence is just unmatched. And so the other thing that happened when you host a show like this, there is no after party. The whole thing is a party the entire time. So
all right.
One of my friends she had texted me. She's like, "You just have a bunch of random people in your basement?" And I said, "No, I knew everybody there for the most part. I didn't know the bands that were traveling, of course, but but no, they were so fucking cool, so down to earth, and it was an incredible time. I wish more people would have come. I don't know how many more people would have.
You kind of told me about like 20 minutes before I was talking to you. You're like, yeah, it should be starting any minute here. And I'm just like, I got a headache. I don't want to go.
Sure.
I definitely didn't want to drink today. I had a lot of shit to take care of. And I knew it was going to be like 90 degrees out.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And I'm just like, I was like, I'm going to take some painkillers, see if my headache goes away, and then I'll get a hold of you.
Yeah.
And it kind of went away, but
if
it was still just like pressure in my head. I'm just like, I can't do it.
But
I'm
then,
just going to sit home, just like
be a sack
veg
of shit.
out. And like, I got some stuff together. I brought it over today.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I really just was like, I'm just going to have to, I needed some time off. I need a few nights off.
Sometimes you do. And if you would have come too, I mean, it would have just exacerbated things. Those bands were fucking loud too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was, peeked outside every once in a while to see what the, that we weren't disturbing neighbors and things. And no, it would have been perfect. It was perfect. Just the perfect situation. And to those that missed out, you missed out. And to those that whatever, there might be another one coming up. It was so funny because one of the band members from the other Bismarck band that opened said, dude, that was such a cool experience. So and so saw the videos and they want to know if we can shift the music to your house instead of the record stores where it originally was supposed to be. And I'm like, well, maybe we'll see.
Please just say every now and again.
Every now and again. So yeah, that wouldn't be till like next month. So we'll see. But yeah, it was fucking cool. Everybody should check out Houston and the Dirty Rats on Spotify as well as Television Overdose or TVOD. That guy got bit by a ferret. It was pretty funny.
Are you kidding me?
No. That was his fault, though.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure.
It was. I said, don't touch him. He's like, I walk dogs. I said, you don't understand, man. He's like, no, just let him sniff me. So Ferris sniffed him. And then he's like, here you go, buddy. Pum! Got him. I'm like,
Fucking idiot.
He is an idiot. I told him.
You
I
got
told
something
him.
in your eyelash, and it's
What is
gross. I don't know what it is. I think it's gone now. But it was bugging the shit out of me
I
for
think I got it.
your
Good.
entire story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But now it's gone.
Cool. But yeah, good times. We'll have to have everybody over for the next one.
It's not gone.
It's not gone?
Uh-uh.
Which eye is it?
Your right eye. It's still there.
Feel it.
Let's
Just keep talking, Cole. People don't want to hear it.
So, yeah, the reason I really didn't want to drink last night, too, other than just wasn't filling up to it, is I got a dental appointment today.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was all right. You know, they're like, they took another x-ray of my teeth. They're still there.
I thought you were going to say they had to take another tooth.
No, they took another x-ray, and my teeth are still there. Like I said, this lady that's been cleaning my teeth is way better than the last lady that was cleaning my teeth. I'm still tasting like this weird metallic taste where they shaved down that one tooth, but they can't really do anything about that. So I don't know. Fuck that. Then I went.
Fuck that.
Then the lady was like, "Oh yeah." I told her I had to go to pay my car insurance for the next 6 months over by the South Walmart. She's like, "How are you planning on getting there?" I was like, "I don't know. There's so much road work." She goes, well, if you're leaving from here, because I'm in Mandan, she goes, just take I-94 all the way to Expressway and double back.
Yep.
She goes, don't go into town on the other way to get into town on Expressway.
Fuck that.
Because you'll be stuck in traffic for 45 minutes. So, yeah, I had to drive further, but I'm really happy she told me that because I wouldn't have thought of that until I was in the middle of the traffic because I'm an idiot.
Or exactly. You're an idiot.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just kidding. But no, there are those times where you're so focused or you're just so, you
just want to accomplish that mission or
Right, and
whatever.
you're
The mission is to pay my fucking car insurance.
But also the just your force of habit. You're gonna take the route that is the shortest, but it's not going to be the fastest.
No.
God damn. Oh, good thing. I've been I really haven't been out and about. It seems like State Street's coming along though. I mean, for as much as it can, I don't know.
It's going all right. They closed down a lot more streets by my house again. So I'm just like, shit, I was on the way over here, and I had to take this weird roundabout way over here. And
Is C closed?
yeah, they closed off C. So
Holy
it's like, what the fuck? That happened out of nowhere. They didn't. They had like announcements for when they closed off Rosser and Broadway. They didn't even bring that up.
You know what'd be fun to do is you and me should go out against the city commission and say, fuck those engineers. We as citizens know better. And we know what roads need to be fixed and which ones don't. And then we get a vote on what gets done.
Just all by the city commissioner's house. Just like block off
All
every
the time.
major road by the city commissioner's house.
You know what it's time for, Mr. Commissioner? He say, what? It's time for some new pipes. We're going to lay some pipe, baby. That's what we're going to do.
In your wife, Mr.
Well, speaking of cars, Cole, you wanted to talk about the car that fell in the river.
Oh yeah, I did want to talk about that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So you kind of saw pictures of it, but you didn't read the story or nothing?
I read the story, and I still don't understand how that guy cleared the rocks to get into the water.
So here's the thing. What we're talking about is there is a restaurant on the river, or just near the river, called the Huckleberry House. And this guy had parked in the parking lot near the Huckleberry House. But when he parked, he didn't just park like a regular person. He had to back into his parking spot like a fucking dipshit, right? And then so he went, and I don't know if he was at the restaurant or just hanging out by the river or whatever. He's hanging out for a while, and it's 7:15 at night. He decides to leave. Now, 7:15 at night, the sun is still going to be up until at least 9:30 at this point.
Yeah, big time.
At this point in Bismarck, North Dakota, at this time of the year. So 7:15, he gets into his car, and this guy must have been trying to do some kind of Vin Diesel peel out Fast and the Furious bullshit, right? Because he forgot that he backed into his fucking parking spot. So he puts his car into reverse and then just fucking floors it in reverse and backs over a curb that he has to get over.
Yeah.
Backs over a bunch of these like big fucking rocks, boulder-sized rocks.
Yes.
Backs over like fucking 15 feet of beach, like sand, and still goes far enough into the river where divers went in and had to call off the search until the next morning. They didn't find his fucking car until they didn't get his car out until 1 in the afternoon.
What a dumb fuck.
The next day. Like, this guy, I don't know if he was drunk or not.
Come on. We're gonna
he was
attribute
definitely trying to be in an action movie. He was definitely trying to be an action star, like.
Wow, he should have.
But
not
action stars. They go forward when their cars are pointed forward,
Yeah, well, alcohol had to be a factor.
It's possible.
It right now.
From what I've heard, is there hadn't been any arrest made because police were having translation issues.
Oh,
so
okay.
you could say that it's because he was so drunk. But what I've heard is that the guy is from a different country, but not like Spanish. Like he doesn't speak Spanish, so it be something that's not easily translatable in
Sure.
in North Dakota, I guess. So I don't know, but yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man.
I would say
that was a nice fucking looking vehicle.
It was.
What was that? A Tahoe? It was a new SUV.
You better check the Carfax, everybody. May have had a fender bender with the river.
With the river.
With the river. Good God. I mean, I'm glad he's not dead, I guess.
Yeah, minor injuries.
Yeah, that's good. So
I kind of wish they were a little more major, though.
I mean, at least a broken nose
back.
or no, I'm not gonna say back. I'm gonna say a leg, an arm,
AIDS.
Sure. Oh. So
a severed wiener.
So this band that came through TVOD, we're all hanging out, drinking some beers, and I don't know why I thought of this, but this guy was saying, because everybody was introducing themselves, saying where they were from, and this one guy had just mentioned that his name was Serge, and I'm like, is it Serge or is it Serge? Like Beverly Hills Cop. Never mind.
Dude, Russian.
No, he's Ukrainian.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sorry about.
So he's Russian. They have a historical claim to that country.
So I put my knucks out. I'm like, I'm sorry, man, about the war. And he's like, was it you? Just starts yelling at me as a joke. I'm like, no, it wasn't me. I'm sorry.
You should have said it was Uncle Vlad.
It was Uncle Vladdy.
Uncle Vlad.
Mm-hmm. So that was a funny thing.
Yeah, I'm supposing you didn't really do much for Father's Day then yesterday.
I called my dad. Okay. I FaceTimed
I did the bare minimum.
I did the bare minimum. I did. Of course, I was invited over. But fuck, man, the amount of logistics. It doesn't sound like it's a lot. And I did, speaking of the bare minimum, I did the bare minimum to host these bands, as far as I could tell, as far as what I felt I did. And it was still fucking just making sure they're fed, making sure they have a place to sleep, making sure that this, that, and the other thing, making sure the equipment's all working, making sure that the equipment that they need gets moved around. And it was running like a chicken with my dick cut off.
That's wwhy that other guy wants to be here, so that someone else has to do all the work.
That might be part of it, because it's like, god damn, that was a lot of work. I was fucking feeling it this morning, just moving shit around last night and whatnot, but well worth it, I'll say. Well worth it, for sure. So sorry, Dad, that I wasn't there. Daddy, what? It wasn't Daddy wasn't there. It was Tayler wasn't there. Tayler wasn't there to change my underwear.
We Gabriel at supper last night brought over this game that I've heard about but I've never played. It's you just bring over a piece of wood, like a log, that's been cut pretty cleanly on two sides.
Okay.
And for however many people there are there, you have that many nails. You kind of drill, kind of get the nail in just a little bit, and you put the hammer on the log, and you have to start with it on the log, lift it up, and then slam it down onto your nail and try to drive it in less turns than everyone else.
Now, what happens if you bend the nail?
So I hit it and it went sideways. I was like, God damn it! So I had to take a turn and hit it straight up and down.
Okay.
But if you actually bend it, I don't know. I don't know if maybe you're just done.
I call that good enough, and I just won. Good enough. Okay, I've seen that done at like hipster breweries, like in Minneapolis, and
yeah, we were just playing out in our backyard.
Yeah, I've seen that around. What a stupid redneck game, but it sounds awesome.
It's actually fun. I mean,
yeah.
Okay,
is it
it's the kind of thing that someone would have done in the 50s before there was phones and TV sucked and radio wasn't, radio was your form of entertainment.
Right.
It was fun. It was just something to do for a while and then just quit when we were all kind of got bored of it.
What now, is it a drinking game? Is it like
I'm sure it could be.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you miss it or something, then you take a drink kind of a deal. I don't know.
We were playing with my parents. I don't know that they would have wanted to turn that into a drinking game.
Right,
I'm sure we could easily turn that into a drinking game.
Maybe we should.
I think we
should cut down that old bitch's tree next door that's drops leaves in every week.
She'll just fucking let it go. She'll be dead soon enough.
No, she won't, Cole. She's one of these long livers that she's just so fucking stubborn to let go, like my grandma.
Okay, that was really sweet.
It was. Just go. So, Cole, you said we both have some movie news.
You said yeah.
So here we go.
You said you had something you want to tell me about Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith has in his possession the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever.
Okay.
So the fans are clamoring right now to release the Schumacher cut.
Why?
I don't know.
That's the Bat Nipples one.
No, it's not. The Bat Nipples were Clooney.
Oh, this is Batman Forever, not Batman and Robin.
Right. Actually,
they still had nipples on the fucking
so.
costumes.
Which was cool. You needed those. Where else were his nipples supposed to go as he got cold, Cole?
Inside of his shirt like the rest of ours.
All I'm saying is I'm pretty excited for a potential release of one of my favorite movies. I really like Batman.
For real?
Yeah.
All right.
That one for me is more like a childhood type of movie. You know what I mean? I know now the movie was a piece of shit, but I had the video game, I had the action figures, we went to it in theaters around my birthday. It's fucking awesome, dude. So I've got fond memories for that one.
Nice. All right.
But I mean, the movie itself sucks. I know. So here I am.
I'm happy that you're happy.
Let's release that fucking cut of the movie.
All right. I told you that I saw something that I think you're gonna find interesting.
All right.
Sylvester Stallone is in pre-production on a movie. It's a sequel to a movie that he did with Sandra Bullock. Demolition Man.
Whoa, for real?
Took you a while to get, and then you realized what.
I'm like, when was he with Sandra Bullock? I'm like thinking of, for some reason, I had Julia Roberts in my head, and I'm thinking, what?
Yeah, Demolition Man. They're
a sequel?
They're apparently going to do a sequel to Demolition Man, and apparently Sandra Bullock's on board with it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The only thing I would be afraid of is it getting a straight-to-streaming type of release.
I don't even care.
I don't know. Like, I've seen so many of these other ones that have been... the Coming to America, the second one or whatever, was a straight-to-streaming.
But, okay, look, his Rambo stuff did not do that. And
that's true. So I think, potentially...
His Rocky stuff didn't do that.
That's true as well.
So I think he's going to get a shot. If he makes a decent movie, I think they'll put it out in the theaters.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's exciting. That's really exciting.
And the reason I knew you'd be excited about that is I know you're a big fan of that movie.
Love Demolition
You did
Man.
an outdoor screening of that movie
Love it.
last summer.
Yes, we did.
And you ordered tacos for everybody
Not
from
just
Taco Bell.
I was going to say, the winner of the franchise wars, my dude. That's awesome news. Best news I've heard all day, Cole.
Well, good. I'm glad your day has been going so well.
Would you say that the Snyder, would you say the Schumacher cut was the best news you heard all day?
I will forget about it within 2 days.
Kiss from a Rose. He's coming. Seal's coming
Just
back.
don't.
With a
I'm gonna
brand
have that shit stuck in my head.
No, I'm saying he's coming back with a brand new version of the song.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Cool. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear.
So another part of the reason why I didn't want to drink last night was because I was here earlier today when it was like 94
it's
degrees
hot outside, dude.
and I had hooked up my trailer to my car, and I'd put a bunch of little stuff in just in my trunk, but I had some big things that I had to move out of my house by myself. And then I got here, I got one of the big things off, and I put all the little stuff from my trunk onto that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm exhausted. I know Taylor's here. He's just not answering his phone.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah.
So I just sent you a text like, I'm outside. I'm out front of your place. I need help.
Hey, and I was there for you.
And you came out, and that was great. And that was great because I had
I
sweat
figured
through
it was-
my shirt so bad that it looked like I got hit in the front, hit in the chest with a water balloon.
I gotta laugh because I was telling you earlier about how I helped out my friend with her car.
Yeah.
And we were changing this shit out on her car, and it wasn't hard, but it was just a bit of a process because you had to pop off the hydraulic things and this, that, and the other, and it was the sun just beating down on you, and I'm like, fuck. And so she said something to me like, holy shit, Taylor, your hat is, it's the ring around the hat for me. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I said, if I don't have a hat on, the sweat's going to get in my eyes, and then I'm going to be fucking pissed. So I got to wear a hat. Sorry, it's all full of sweat. Well, when I brought that fucking thing back into the house, I didn't realize how much sweat was actually on it. The only thing that was still dry was just a bit of the brim.
Oh, man.
I was just soaked. It was so fucking hot out there.
When I got here, I know when I was hooking up my trailer, I was wearing my hat, and then I pulled my car around to the front of my house. The trailer's in the back. I had to back it into the driveway and stuff. And I got out, and immediately I was like, okay, this fucker's got to come off. Like, it was just too much. And I know what you're talking about, like with the sweat just coming down.
Yeah.
But I was just like, no, it's so much worse having the hat on than not having it on. But yeah, I don't know. It was a miserable fucking day. Tomorrow is going to be just like this, and the rest of the week should be in the mid 70s. So that'll be great.
Fuck yes,
that'll be
dude.
almost perfect.
I was texting one of my friends who's in Texas, and she was talking about how her air conditioner was broken and shit, and I kind of rubbed it into her face because last week we had a low of 53.
Oh, nice.
And it was just so fucking nice outside. It was cool and breezy. It's always nice to have one of those days in the summer here, especially if we've had some sweltering days, just to have a nice, easy breezy day.
Saturday, I got a story that you'll think is kind of funny. Probably you'll think is funny. Saturday, I got off early. I wasn't even supposed to work at night, but due to weird circumstances, I had to pick up a shift, But I was able to get out very early, So, like, oh shit, the meat counter at Cashwise is still open for another hour. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to get some salmon. I got sour cream at home. I'm going to buy some dill. I'm going to make a lemon dill cream sauce for my salmon. And I saw at the meat counter, they had stuffed mushrooms.
Ooh.
Stuffed cream cheese and a bunch of seasonings. It was really good. And I have my phone in my hand, and it's on silent, and it just starts vibrating. And I look at it. I was like, who is this? And then, like, oh, it's Malati, my ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
And so it's been odd because every now and again, out of the blue, she'll, like, send me a text, like, how are you doing? And I'll just, out of politeness, I'll be like, Fine. How are you?
Oh, you.
I usually wait like half an hour or something. Like, fine. How are you? And then I just dead radio silence, right?
You know what
Or
you
like
should do
she
next
sent
time?
me on my birthday, happy birthday. I sent her something on her birthday, happy birthday. You know, like
Oh, sure.
just
Cordial.
being polite,
Yeah.
right? So I look at it and I was like, she's calling. Like, what does she want? She doesn't call unless it's an emergency or something, right?
Yeah.
So I answer the phone. I go, hello? And just silence. And I go, Malti? And she's like, you actually answered. I go, yeah. She goes, I've been texting you for months and you haven't been getting back to me. I go, yes, I have. She goes, no. She goes, did you block me? I go, if I blocked you, I wouldn't be on the phone with you right now.
Right.
And she's kind of talking forever for like 10, 15 minutes. And it's just kind of almost this whiny, I'm almost going to cry sort of voice. And then finally at one point, she's like, well, you're going to be grilling. Can I just come over and hang out on your patio while you're doing that and we can just talk then? I was like, sure, you can come over. So I get home, I'm grilling my shit up, and I'm just about done finished cooking. I'm just about to start eating, and I get another text from her. It says, when are you coming to pick me up? Like, that was never the deal, right? So
Sure.
I send her a text, like, I'm not coming to pick you up. You said you were coming over here. Or no, she said, when are you coming over? I said, I'm not. You said you were coming over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. So yeah, not pick me up. When are you coming over? I'm not. You're coming over here. And so I sent that text. I didn't get any response.
Yeah.
So I called her straight to voicemail. Like, she sent me that text a minute ago.
She's on her phone. Yeah.
Like she didn't turn her phone off immediately after, right? Like, this is fucking weird, right? So I pull my shit off the grill, fucking eat, and I was like getting really full. I had a little bit of salmon left, and I had like one mushroom left. I was like, I'm just gonna put this on a plate, take it over, and find out what the fuck is going on. Right?
Good idea. Yeah, just see what's happening.
So I go knock on the door. She comes to the door. She goes, I thought you weren't coming. I go, I wasn't going to. I go, you said you were coming to my place. There was a misunderstanding. For some fucked up reason, she thought I was picking her up.
Okay.
Never said I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, she goes, and I told her, I called your phone. It went straight to voicemail. She goes, my phone's on. I go, let me see it. Okay. And as stupid as I am with technology, she's worse, right?
Okay.
Like, I can hardly operate a computer. She can hardly operate her own cell phone. I go,
Okay,
let me
sure.
see your phone. So we look at it, at our phones, and there's all of her text messages and none of mine. And then I show hers that I responded to all of her messages, and I sent her something on her birthday, right? She's like, you actually did do that. Like, I didn't believe you. And
Okay.
I was like, did you get drunk and block me? She goes, I don't know how to fucking block people. I go, did your son block me? She goes, oh. She goes, he might have.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, fucking snap. So, yeah, I went and checked it out. I was blocked on her phone. I'm not sure if she got drunk and figured out how to do it or if he went into her phone and he did it, but
Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness.
it's a funny story, though,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. That's funny. Well, I mean, at least she's checking up on you.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What a guy. Well, Cole, I got to take a shit.
Okay, well, let's not record that.
Okay. Do we want to, are we ready to wrap up or do we want to?
Yeah, I suppose. Let's just wrap it
All
up.
right. For Comic Can Coozie, I'm Tayler.
I'm Cole.
And sorry I had to tell you about all
His
of this.
dumpage.
My dumpage. All right, bye.